Well, they know a little bit about entertainment in Los Angeles. That's where we're going now. Jarret Stoll joins us, Stanley Cup champion of and a veteran of a few NHL teams, joining this morning from the Kings office. How you doing, Stoley?
Good. How you doing, bud? Good to
Very,
see you.
very well. Hey, did you watch the Heritage Classic? We were there, 33,518. It was awesome to be there. Did you see any of it?
I did. I saw quite a bit of it, actually. I saw probably half of it, but I didn't know how big the new stadium was. So 33, that's what it is?
That's what it was. And there was a little less for football, but it's basically what it was. And it was amazing.
Yeah.
And I was reading the program Sunday at home while I'm watching NFL, and it says, oh, Jarret Stoll scored for the Oilers and the very first ever one. So I'm like, oh, well, we got to get Stoley on to talk about it. What do you remember about that night in Edmonton?
Well, a lot of people say that the first ever outdoor game was the one in Pittsburgh that Crosby scored. So I was a little bit rattled at that. But, yeah.
Right,
it was,
the first Heritage Classic.
Cold.
Right.
Exactly, yeah. It was cold. It was really cold. I remember it was a Saturday, and the day after it was like maybe -3. But at game time Saturday night, I think it was -25, and then we had some wind along with that. But yeah, it was cool because we played Montreal, and you got the Oilers alumni, and then you got the Canadiens alumni, which anybody that follows hockey at all can understand the types of players that those teams had. So it was cool. We before our game, the alumni were playing, and we got a chance to peek out of our dressing room and see Gretzky and Messier and Fuhrer against the Canadiens alumni. So that was pretty cool. Even though we were trying to get ready for our game, but hey, let's be honest, we had to get a quick peek.
You know what? I'm glad you brought that up because I didn't know this. The Jets people had to tell me this. So the American games are the outdoor classics and the Canadian games are the Heritage Classics. I think that I got that right. So they say that you scored in the first ever Heritage Classic. And in that article, it said it was -18. Like, was it unbearable? Because a lot of people were talking about this here the other night. The players don't feel it compared to the fans. Did you feel it? Obviously, you felt it if you're still talking. Yeah.
Yeah, we felt it, especially if there's a little bit of wind. And it looked like the other night in Regina there that there was some wind, so I'm sure the guys felt it. But I did read something about the ice the other night in Regina, that it was guys were raving about it, how good it was, that it was probably one of the best surfaces they've skated on outdoors in a while. So that was good to hear, because that's always the biggest issue is the ice. But no, it was we definitely felt it for sure. It was that was the one where Jose Theodore had the toque over his helmet, and I saw the other night that Riddick did the same thing. So yeah, pretty cool, images and video from all of these outdoor classics, and pretty special to play in one. And I think I've played in 5 outdoor games. So.
Well, by the way, I think it was a 45K wind. I don't know what that is in miles an hour. You'd have to figure that out, but that's windy enough.
Yeah.
And as far as the ice goes, the guys were saying it was the best ice they've ever skated on, period, let alone outdoors. So obviously they've figured out, what they're doing. So can you tell your fans up here what you're doing now, Stoley? Obviously working with the Kings.
Yeah, I'm doing player development with the Kings, and lots of developing to do right now with where we are in our organization, trying to get back up to the top. But our minor league team, our AHL affiliate, is actually in Ontario, California, which is about an hour and a half drive from the practice facility here in El Segundo, California. So it's great for us in player development. We get to work with our guys pretty much on a daily basis, trying to get them ready to make that next jump, and basically see all of their home games when we're in town. There's about 5 or 6 of us on the development team. So we do, we travel and see our prospects. Our main focus is our AHL team here. So, it's very convenient. I love what I'm doing. And the home games for the Kings, I do pregame and postgame on Fox Sports West. So kind of do a little bit of both, a little bit of everything, and keeps me busy, stay in the game, which I always wanted to do. And fortunate enough, I can stay in the game with the organization here.
You are probably aware, but Austin Wagner is a big-time hero here. Yeah, so you're tracking what he's doing, obviously coming through the minors and now with the big club. What can you tell us fans here about because we don't ever see you guys on TV, really, unless you're playing the Oilers, Jets, or Kings. But how's he doing?
He's doing well. He's doing really well. He coming in last year, he got 12 goals in probably 3/4 of a season. So we all know how fast Wags is. I'm sure all you Pats fans know how fast he is, and he just has to use that speed, smart, and realize when to use it, when not to use it. And he's working on that part of his game. But he, there's so many elements of his game that he can bring. Try to get him maybe on on the penalty kill, which hopefully soon enough will happen for him. Try to get some more minutes, more ice time, and but no, he's learning every single day, and being around all these players that have been here for a while, and it's a great coaching staff with Todd McClellan leading the way there. So he's learning, he's figuring it out, and he's doing a good job.
For our radio listeners that can't see this, Jarrett Stoll is with us from LA talking Heritage Classics and NHL. And just two last fun questions for you, Stoley. Our producer, Clark, wanted to know the question you probably get all the time. What is it like being married to Erin Andrews?
Well, we see each other sometimes a lot, and then there's probably about 4 or 5 months where we don't see each other. So, she's busy. She's got a lot of stuff going on, and it's great. We're both in sports, and I love football, and she loves hockey. And it's a lot going on right now in our house with her new clothing line that came out. It's Wear by Erin Andrews. It's all NFL women apparel, so all 32 teams. So she got that going. It's about a month old, and then they do every Thursday night and most Sunday games in the NFL. So I don't see her much during this part of the season, but it's good. We figure it out.
Well, I was in Nashville last year with 60 people on a sports trip. And I don't know if Erin told you, but she stopped two of the people on our trip who were in rider gear, and Erin asked to get her picture taken with them, which is a bit of a reverse of what she's used to, probably.
She did tell me that. She's like, yeah, they were wearing all this green, and I told her before how well the Rough Riders travel and how diehard the fans are, and they always got the apparel going and the merchandise going, and she noticed it right away. She told me right away.
And lastly, I follow you on Instagram and Twitter and so forth, and you were just at Gillette Stadium, and you spent a little time with TB12. Are you guys buddies, or what? How did that come about?
Just friends of ours that are friends with Tom and Giselle, and we just got to meet them a couple, probably 4 or 5 summers ago now. We all have we have a place in Montana, and we're all pretty close in the same neighborhood and the same mountain in Montana. So we, when I was still playing, I was obviously training, he was training, so we kind of trained together. And now that I'm not, I'm the one who gets to catch the fastballs from him. So this summer was a tough one. He was working on his velocity and trying to get his arm strength up. So he was throwing the heaters at me, and I was all bruised up. It wasn't fun, but I definitely don't want to draw. I dropped a couple, which I wasn't happy about, and I think he even put one of those drops on his Instagram, which I gave it to him about a little bit. But no, he's a good guy. He's obviously a great player, and he's a lot of fun to be around, and especially to watch him play.
I've seen that trainer of his that catches balls for Tom. He's black and blue up and down. So if you escape without that, you're good. Jarrett, we'll let you get back to work. Thanks for spending some time with us, and hope to see you at home here whenever you get back home again.
Sounds good. Anytime, Rod. Thanks a lot for having me on. Anytime.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Stoley.
You're watching Rod Peterson On Demand. For more of The Rod Peterson Show, visit rodpeterson.com or follow Rod Peterson on social media.